Mounties have bolstered their presence in the border town of Emerson after the Trump White House threatened tariffs due to concerns with the flow of illegal migrants and drugs like fentanyl crossing the border. RCMP, Black Hawk helicopters and more conservation officers are on foot patrol in the area after Canada announced a $1.3 billion plan in December to improve security and monitoring at the border. Despite this, tariffs may still come into effect tonight at midnight. Joining us now with an update on what's happening in Emerson is Emerson-Franklin Mayor Dave Carlson. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Now tell us how things have been going in Emerson since the increased security there.
It's been going well. I think that the RCMP, conservation officers, everyone's doing their part in making sure that our border's secure, and it's been very welcome. Between the helicopter, and I know there's drones and other cameras and things up, and the boots on the ground, it's been great and very welcome, because I think we were anticipating a pretty big wave of migrant crossings, and as well, of course, with the fentanyl and other drugs that do cross the border, and firearms and human trafficking, it's been definitely very welcome.
Have you seen the increased security presence? Like, is it that obvious?
You know what? It's funny that the Black Hawk helicopter is kind of around more often early on. Now I think it's kind of going into more remote areas where most of the crossings are happening. I think anyone that's crossing, I think they're mostly trying to stay away from the populated areas. So I think it's kind of happening more in the backwoods, you could say.
We know that over the years, farmers in the area or business owners in the area have seen people walking through their yards. Are you seeing fewer people trying to cross there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we do hear some reports, but I believe they're being intercepted rather quickly. So unlike the past where they used to cross in and claim asylum directly, now they're trying to evade more. But I think between the United States and Canada, I think they're working together to ensure that who's ever crossing is intercepted, going either way.
You were finally included in the Border Mayors Alliance. Tell us how that is going.
It's going well. It's another group. Of course there's other groups that are working to mitigate this tariff threat, and it's another group of people that of municipalities and cities that are along the border whose communities are directly affected by the potential for the tariffs, because it can really devastate your local economies. And there's been a lot of intel and a lot of work going on, a lot of lobbying of our American counterparts to try to mitigate these tariffs and push back on them. So it's still early days, but we're definitely getting better organized, and there's a lot of work being done.
What kind of responses have you heard from your American counterparts?
Well, I did speak with several different folks I know in North Dakota. They're happy to see that the border is better secured. Their hopes are that it's not going to be, if the tariffs do come in, that they won't be lasting. I think they're optimistic that the deal will get done either way, and that it may be shorter term pain as opposed to like a long drawn out trade war.
Okay, now U.S. President Donald Trump says he's going ahead with tariffs tomorrow on all Canadian goods. What effect will that have on your community?
Well, it'll be terrible. It'll be terrible for everyone. I mean, we're in the northern tip of the Mid-Continent Trade Corridor. There's billions of dollars worth of goods go through Emerson annually, and we do have local businesses that really count on that trade, whether it's customs brokers, cross-border transport. It'll be really difficult times, and it's the uncertainty that leading up until tomorrow that's been really difficult to handle. So of course we also have farmers that want to figure out what crops to plant, where to market them to and things like that. So it's been difficult, but you know what? I think there is some optimism that a deal will get done. But if it doesn't, I guess we're in for some pretty tough times. Have
you noticed a trend where fewer Canadians are trying to cross the border to go into the U.S.?
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that the numbers are down significantly. I just even know a lot of friends and neighbors around here that do travel to the United States more frequently aren't. I mean, the exchange rate's pretty terrible too. But on top of that, yeah, there is a kind of more of a drive to stay home and not to go down to the United States.
Yeah. Anything else, Dave, you want to share with us before we let you go?
No, I think I'm just hoping a deal gets done and that we can move past this. But I think we just need to find some firm ground because this uncertainty is very disconcerting for everyone. So hopefully we can find some firm ground here.
And Dave, we'll stay in touch. Thank you so much for your time today.
All right, thank you. Take care.
You too.